back with our champion, Kerry Hahn. Everybody's happy for you. That was a good money card. Just that last one, the 9, gave you some troubles, but still a very good title. I was admiring that blouse, and you said, who does that belong to?
This is my roommate Linda's outfit.
You don't,
no.
Not too much clothes in college,
No,
huh?
she has the clothes I can wear to this.
Well, you can buy a few now.
Being a design major, I just usually wear my jeans and T-shirts.
All that mud and gook.
Yes.
My Uncle Harry will look wonderful in your blouse there, Kerry. Okay, let's get set up for a brand new game. Those are 2 new decks of cards all shuffled and cut. And here's our next challenger on Card Sharks. Mike Roach. Hello, Mike. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Would you tell us about yourself?
Yes, I'm Mike Roach. I'm from Torrance. I'm single. I'm an airline pilot, and I like tennis and skiing, jogging, racquetball.
Terrific. You're single?
I am.
Kerry, you're single?
Yes.
She's got money.
Yes, I saw.
Good to have you here with us, Mike.
Thank you.
Good luck in the match. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Kerry plays the upper cards, the red cards. We'll start with a question to the champion. Kerry, we asked 100 Las Vegas showgirls, did the skimpiness of your costume embarrass you the first time you wore it? How many showgirls said their costume did embarrass them?
I can't believe it embarrassed them if they do it, so I would say 10.
10 were embarrassed the first time they wore their costume, Mike.
They're there to show. I think it's going to be a little bit higher.
You say higher.
Yes.
The actual number of showgirls who were embarrassed by the skimpiness of their costume the first time they wore it is 43, Mike. All right. Yeah. And your base card is a 6. Do you want it?
I'll change that.
Trying to
I'm on
improve
king.
it. And a 5. A little better.
A little bit better. I'll go higher.
Higher than a 5? Yes, it's an 8.
I'm going to freeze on that.
And that keeps Kerry away from her cards. And the next question to you, Mike. We asked 100 8th grade boys and girls in Wabash, Indiana. What is the first name of President Carter's wife? How many 8th graders knew Mrs. Carter's first name is Rosalind?
Let's see. I think the Hoosiers, and at that age especially, the Hoosiers would know them, the formality, know them as a Mrs. Low figure 32.
32 8th graders knew Mrs. Carter's first name is Rosalind, Kerry. What do you think?
I would think there would be more that would know her name. I'm going to say higher.
Say higher than that. The actual number of 8th graders who knew President Carter's wife is named Rosalind is 59. It's higher, Kerry. Yes.
All right, 8th graders.
Yeah, they're sharp. Kerry, your base card is an 8. Do you want it?
Change it.
And we have a queen.
Yes.
That is high.
Right. Next card, lower.
Lower than a queen? Yes, with a jack.
Right. Next card, lower.
Continuing lower than a jack. A 5.
Right. I'll freeze.
Now we'll freeze to protect those 2 cards. Kerry needs 2, Mike needs 3. And the question to you, Kerry, we asked 100 people. The last time you called in sick and missed a day at work, were you really sick? How many people admitted they were faking it?
How many admitted they were faking it? I'd say they admit it, and I would say 60.
60 people admitted they were faking the last time they called in sick, Mike.
A lot of people in California like that sunshine and might do that. I'm saying a little lower, though.
You say lower.
Lower.
The actual number of people who said the last time they called in sick they were faking it is 42. It's lower, Mike.
All right.
Now you can change that 8 if you'd like, Mike.
I will. Change it, please.
And we have a 5.
Better. I'm going higher on the next card.
Higher than a 5. Oh, yes,
All right.
with a big
All
ace.
right. Good card. Gonna be lower now.
Lower than an ace. It is a 4.
All right. Good card again. It's gonna be higher.
If this is higher, you've got the first game in the match. And he does it. Challenger with $100. We'll set up for game 2 while you take a look at this, so don't go away. And Mike Roach, our challenger, is the first game in the match. So we'll set up for game 2 with the same 2 decks of cards. These are the next cards off the top of the deck. Mike, we asked 100 corporate executives across the country. These men are heads of some of the country's largest corporations. Do you have an ulcer? How many corporate executives said yes, they did have an ulcer?
Still pretty common for a lot of the top executives to have ulcers. I'll say 42.
42 had an ulcer, Kerry. Higher or lower?
That's a very good guess, but I'm going to say lower. I think if they're still executives, they don't have an ulcer. If they did, they'd be out of there.
Okay. The actual number of corporate executives who said they did have an ulcer is 7. Very much lower, Kerry. Wow. not as common as you would think. And your base card, Kerry, is an 8. Do you want
Change
it?
it.
Isn't it funny how people change those 8s so quick? And it becomes a big ace.
Lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes, with a 10.
Lower.
Continuing on, lower than a 10. Out with a 4.
Higher.
Going to continue. Higher than a 4. No, a 2. And that's the chance you take because you lose all of them. Back to the base card, and Mike gets a chance to play another ace.
I'm going to show her how it's done. That one's lower.
Lower than an ace. Very much lower, a 2.
Next one's higher.
Higher than a 2. A 9.
I'm going to freeze.
And you'll freeze it there. Not going to make the same mistake. We'll fill in the spaces on Kerry's deck. And the question to you, Kerry. We asked 100 farmers in Iowa. Remember the last question? We asked the farmers, do you have an ulcer? How many farmers said, yes, they had an ulcer?
Farmers with all their exercise, I don't think they'd have too many. I would say 6.
6. Higher or lower, Mike?
The same reasoning, I agree with Kerry. I'm going to say lower, though.
Lower. As I recall, it was 7 executives who had ulcers. The actual number of Iowa farmers who said they did have an ulcer is 13. It's not lower. Kerry. Wow. Do you realize that is twice as many farmers had ulcers than corporate executives? That is incredible. Kerry, you're looking at an ace. Do you want it?
I sure do,
I
and
can't
I'll go
imagine
lower.
why. Lower than an ace. It is a 7.
Freeze.
You're going to freeze. And now Kerry needs 3 cards. Mike needs 2. And the question to you, Mike. We asked 100 women in a previous studio audience, have you ever been on a date with a millionaire? How many women said they had?
They're the envy. I'd go on a date with that guy, but it's got to be low. Got to be very low. 4.
4 have been out with a millionaire, Kerry.
That's just what I was going to guess. So I'm going to say lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of women who have been on a date with a millionaire is 16. Not lower, Mike. Oh. Do you want that 9?
I do not. I'll change that, please.
See if we can improve it. Yes, with a jack.
Good card. I'll go lower.
Lower than a jack. A 3.
And I'm going higher.
If this is higher, we have a new champion on Card Sharks for the win. Yes, he does. Mike, congratulations. Good win. Kerry, thank you. Good luck with your travels. You're leaving us with $2,800. A profitable stay.
That's great.
Thanks, Kerry. Good luck in your studies, too.
Thank you, Jim.
Mike, come on down here. And again, our congratulations. Way to go.
Thank you again.
We'll be right back with Mike Roach, our new champion, right after we take a look at these important messages.